Lewis Carroll, author of the famous novel Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, was born in Desbury on the 27th of January 1832 and died in Guildford on the 14th of January 1898. This work has been appreciated by an extraordinary variety of readers, so much to inspire the realization of the homonymous film by Walt Disney. An award was dedicated to Lewis Carroll, the Lewis Carroll Shelf Award. Alice is a fantastic novel with a ring composition. It means that it begins and ends with the same scene. Alice, in fact, is lying down in the grass with her mother, who is telling a fairy tale. But the little girl falls asleep and, dreaming of following the white rabbit, she falls into an underground world, full of paradoxes and absurdities. Trying to chase the rabbit, the most improbable disadventures happen. For example, she becomes giant and after eating a biscuit very small, she chances upon two twin brothers who pronounce sentences without any sense. She attends a party of a very merry birthday with the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, and so many teacups, where Alice discovers that the clocks always mark the day, but not the hour. She meets bizarre characters such as the caterpillar, the Cheshire cat, and the Queen of Hearts. And at the end of her adventure, she wakes up in time for the tea. First of all, it is an absolute masterpiece, one of those books that remain etched in memory, although it is so difficult to place in a narrative genre or to be defined a novel for young people. In fact, Alice is a girl with an evident innocence, as the author wants to emphasize in the story. However, she is often intimidated by the cruelty of the Queen of Hearts. Secondly, I would underline how the author has succeeded in an amazing way to make, in a world full of absurdity and nonsense, the truth of the dream. When we sleep, we generally don't dream about concrete things, and in the dream itself, we find elements of everyday life, and we ask ourselves what is happening around us. Alice is confused. She no longer knows who she is and constantly changes appearance. She forgets what she has learned before. Surely it is a story that gives space to numerous interpretations, and the beauty in the variety of characters, conversations, and settings is full of imagination. The nonsense of the children's pure soul is exceptionally described, and it is, above all, truthful. In this occasion, I decided not to compare the book to the film by Walt Disney, or not to the film directed by Tim Burton. I wanted to make my work more interesting and original. What I'm going to illustrate to you today is the unprecedented performance of Alice in Wonderland, a final year ballet show directed and choreographed by Marina Evangelista and Simona Pettinari. You will notice how the characters played by individual dancers truly reflect the authentic ones, thanks to customs, expressions, and emotions. But the originality is in how we managed to adapt 1 hour and a quarter of film in just 40 minutes of choreography, respecting, in any case, the plot. I will start analyzing the first scene, where Alice is lying in the grass reading her book, which we have represented faithfully, not mentioning the fall of the little girl in the hole of the White Rabbit. In the original story, it obviously made of dirt and plants, but we brilliantly thought of giving the idea of it by getting in a vertex position around Alice the dancers. In succession, Alice meets the White Rabbit, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, the Caterpillar, the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hatter, and the Queen of Hearts. In this ballet, we personified the teacups, the clocks, the mushrooms, and the flowers, represented by courses of babies. A key difference is the figures of flowers with their queen, and of a teapot, which are not at all mentioned in the book. The rest of the story has been described and represented authentically. The details of the customs, the huge clock of the White Rabbit, the crown and the scepter of the Queen of Hearts, the scrupulous sequence of characters in the story, and the creation of a little and then big Alice in order to create the difference in a child's stature, followed by the famous episodes of the pie and of the mushroom head. We managed to stage one of the most famous children's stories without falling into banality nor chaos, risks that could occur if you don't care about the technical and organizational details and if you don't develop quality of movement. In order to reduce the time of the ballet, we had to cut a few minor scenes, such as the innumerable songs and nursery rhymes. We didn't show some unnecessary situations, such as the game of croquet in the Queen of Hearts labyrinth, because it would dull the ballet excessively. I chose this book because nowadays, by the time children lost the conception of childhood, the desire to have fun, the light-heartedness of when you are a kid. We are surrounded by teenagers who grow up too quickly, and in this way they lost the curiosity and the simplicity that we had when we were a child.